I raced two of my friends on the 1445th hardest extreme demon Niwa, except the loser has to drink thick water. Here are the rules. Each one of us is allowed to play as much as we want each day, with the only limitation that it must be done on stream. The winner of this challenge would be determined by whoever beat it the quickest in terms of actual time passed, not attempts or in-game time. And lastly, the loser of the challenge would have to drink thick water. If you don't know what that is, it is a medical version of water for people who have trouble swallowing for any reason. It is so viscous that it has a somewhat similar texture to syrup, except it tastes horrible. And now that you know what we're racing to avoid, let's get on with the video. Oh my god, yes!
Oh my god, yes, it's done!
Niwa's just impossible. It's actually top one.
This Niwa is actually top one.
It's kind of impossible timing. What the f?
On day one, we all had a common goal, to learn the level, except one of us had a little bit less to learn than the others. Either way, all of us started to learn the level from the back towards the beginning. After getting a run of 89 to 100, I started working on the first learny part of the level, being 78 to 89. Both Snack and I were struggling to learn this section, but because of his pre-practice, Shark jumped out to an early lead with a run of 59 to 100. I can't lie though, it was not looking good for me because I was really stuck between 78 and 89. Eventually, after getting a run of 78 to 94, I gave up and started learning other parts. Around the same time, Snack got a run of 78 to 100 and also started learning other parts just like me. This is also the time when Shark would divert his attention to the pre-drop, which is by far the easiest part of the level. Yet somehow, he managed to spend the entire rest of his day learning it. As for Snack and I, we were on an equal pace, and we started learning 43 to 58 at the same time, which is the second hardest part of the level. I really started to pull ahead though, as I did back-to-back runs of this start pause, satisfying me enough to move back.
Holy consistency!
Dang!
Come on!
Okay, maybe it's just a level, bro. Now, the next section of 31 to 42 is another insanely difficult part, but it is almost entirely carried by 2 wave clicks, as you can see from this reaction.
I got through it, but then I died to the cube.
After finishing this start position, I started learning 20 to 31, which is by far the hardest part of the level.
I did it! Yes!
I couldn't manage to get the whole section yet though, so I went back to the end of the level to get a new best run to 100. I finally succeeded in achieving the run of 78 to 100.
Yes! Bang! Finally! Oh my god!
And continued to work on runs with 69 to 100.
Yes! Bang! 69 to 100.
And a best run of 58 to 100.
Oh my god, yes! Bang!
That beats Shark's best run by 1 whole %. Take that, you pre-practicer. After that, I managed to close out a 4-hour marathon of a stream with a run of 42 to 86%.
Oh my god, 42 to 86.
As for the other 2 competitors, Snack would end up with a best run of 59 to 92 by the end of his stream. And Shark didn't really make any more progress at all other than a new best of 20%. On day 2, we all had different goals. Mine was to have the level in 2 runs, Snack's was to get more consistent, and Shark's was just to learn 20 to 58. But little did I know, I was about to blow the race wide open. Before that though, I had to work on my consistency. Or so I thought, because the sleep buff went absolutely crazy. After getting 78 to 100 3 times, I started working on 58 to 100 again, and after only a couple deaths to 94, I got it.
Bang!
Then I got to work on 42 to 100, and after dying to the last click, I pulled out a run of 42 to 100%.
Bang! Huge run!
It is worth noting that all of this happened within an hour, because the next hour was spent exclusively going from 20%. And after a really long time, it finally started to pay off.
No! Yes! Oh my god, we almost... Bang! I'm dying, bro. I'm actually dying.
You could definitely tell that this was huge progress for me because I was flabbergasted at my own ability to pass the section. In fact, I was getting so good at it that I was able to get runs of 20 to 56 and 20 to 74. This run put me incredibly far in front of the competition, but this was only halfway into the stream. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Snack managed to pull out a run of 36 to 80%. And as for Shark, he wasn't making much progress other than getting more consistent. Anyways, back to my side of things, I decided to learn the pre-drop and then go from 0. After a while, I got a huge new best of 35%.
Bang! Come on!
With this run, I officially had the level in 3 runs, which is huge in terms of mental progress. After that, I was gonna call it for the day, but then I got a massive raid from Toast, so I had to keep going. I died a grand total of 15 times between the percentages of 28 and 31. Yes, these 3 percentages are that hard. I kept persevering though, as I got a new best run of 39%.
No!
And a best run on the day of 49%.
Bang! Yes! Oh my god, bang! Huge runs.
With this run, I had accomplished my goal of having the level in 2 runs, and I had blown the race wide open. Neither competitor made any further progress than I already mentioned, and they needed to step it up because I was out for blood on day 3. I was determined to beat Niwa no matter what. And well, I was certainly making great progress towards that goal. After basically no time at all, I tied my best run to 100 with another run of 42 to 100%.
Bang, boys.
What I did not expect though was to immediately after sell a run of 20 to 100 by dying at 94%.
Holy sell! No! Oh my god, what a sell!
I never really was any good at that ship, but I felt I had a pretty good shot at fluking it anyways, so I didn't bother. Instead, I started going from 0, and almost immediately I fluked all the way to 84%, getting a new best run from 0.
Bang! Oh my god!
Then, because I suck, I did the exact same thing 2 more times from 0.
No way, I did the same thing. I forgot to click.
Am I stupid? After the 3rd death to that exact percentage down to the decimal, I learned my lesson and I went and practiced it for a bit. That practice then immediately paid off with a new best of 93%, dying to the ship that I sucked at.
Yo, 93, bang! Oh my god.
My consistency was honestly insane though, but it wore off a little as I died 5 more times to the middle of the level, with one of those attempts being a 1 death completion. Yep, I died to 56%, went into a star pause, and then did 43 to 100 right after.
Dude, no way! Stop! You can't be serious, bro.
Because of this run, I just kept going from 0, and shortly after, got another new best of 94%.
Bro, I can't make it up!
Being the 2nd time I died to the ship, I decided to go practice it. After only about 5 minutes of practice, I felt ready to go from 0 again, and well, the practice paid off only 3 attempts later.
If you don't win the race with this consistency, you might actually suck. Okay, well, I'm beating it today, so. Let's go! Yo, we did it, boys. We did it. Wow, W. I was here. I was here. Oh my god, we did it, bro.
Niwa was finally completed after only 3 days and 7,313 attempts. Neither of my competitors made great progress on day 3, but they both still had to battle it out to avoid drinking thick water. Even though it was a complete blowout, it was still super fun, and if you want to see Snack's perspective, then go give him some love on his channel. He will either be posting his own Niwa video, or it will already be posted by the time this video is out, so the link to his channel will will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next one.